What's for dinner? I've got this hamburger here. I've got a pound of hamburger. What can I do with it? Let me look. Oh, I've got some rice. And do I have? I do. I have tomato soup. I know what we're making. Tonight, we're gonna make porcupine meatballs. Hi, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Wendy, your kitchen chaos coordinator. Tonight, what's for dinner is porcupine meatballs. So basically that is a meatball that you are gonna make with rice instead of breadcrumbs. And then the sauce that goes with it is a combined mixture of tomato soup, and Worcestershire sauce. Our side tonight is spinach. And I'm also going to make a side of rice to go with this so you can serve it over rice. Takes about 30 to 35 minutes in the oven. So let me go get the mixing bowl and the pan to cook it in, and I'll be right back. Okay, did you grab your spoon? Are you ready? Let's get cooking. All right, so I've got everything else out. I remembered that I also like to use a steak seasoning in here just to give the meatballs a little bit of flavor. So let's go ahead and wash our hands before we get started. How's everybody's day today? I can totally feel fall in the air. We are getting closer and closer to fall, so super excited about that. It's going to be a lovely, lovely fall, and hopefully the hurricanes, well, knock wood, the hurricanes will do their thing and just not bother anybody this year. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open up this can of soup, and you're going to use about a quarter of it. I'm just going to take the spoon here and just take out 2 big spoonfuls of it. That leaves you a little more than half in there, close to the half mark, right at half. All right, and then let's get a tablespoon of the Montreal steak mixture, or any steak seasoning that you like, or you can just use salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion, garlic and onion powder, whatever you like. Okay, and then the next thing you want is about 3/4 cup of rice. So I'll pour that in. Again, your choice on the rice. White. I say a lot. White, jasmine, whatever you want. Brown. I don't know. I've never tried it with brown. All right. Let's get that going. Oh, and then my favorite ingredient. Let's get Worcestershire sauce. We're going to go 1 tablespoon in here and 2 tablespoons in the tomato soup jar. That's for later. That's for the pour over. Okay, so hamburger's going to go in. Stir this bowl. Means a lot to me. Thank you. You know who you are. We use this bowl a lot, and a very, very dear friend gave us this bowl, so thank you. You have favorite cooking dishes? Yeah, me too. All right, here we go. Let's get this all crunched into here. You'll also notice I took off my watch and my wedding ring because anytime you're messing with meat, I just don't want to have any cross-contamination anywhere. So I'll just go ahead and go without. Getting this hamburger. Now, what kind of hamburger? Your preference, what you like to cook with. I don't really like you know this about me and the chicken, I don't like a lot of fat. Why are you chunky then, Wendy? Because I can't stay away from snacks, but we'll talk about that later. But percentage of fat on this one, I generally do a 90-10 or an 85-15. It gives a little bit of flavor, but you don't have to deal with you know, a lot of fat floating on the top of this after it's done cooking, which isn't fun. Right now I'm just going to stir this up first before I do the old meatloaf mash around with my hands. It's a very dry mixture, but the rice will hold it together. And again, just maybe I'll just be quiet and we can do some ASMR. Okay, so I'm just squishing out any lumps that I find, getting this meat mixture, making sure that everything is well mixed. You can definitely smell the Worcestershire. You can definitely smell that steak seasoning. And the next thing you're going to do is you're just going to grab your dish here. And I'm going to scoot this down a little bit. And you're just going to roll these, I don't know, bigger than you do a chocolate chip cookie, right? So maybe 2 inches. My dish is a 8x8, and I'm going to try to put 9 meatballs in there with this. So yeah, it's a pretty chunky size meatball. This should give hubby and I some for tonight and some for leftovers lunch tomorrow. For sure. Again, how easy and quick is this, right? Just, it's a pantry meal. What do you have in there that, you know, when I make my grocery lists for the week, I generally add a couple of just pantry things in there, because sometimes you make your meal plan and then you're like, I am not in the mood to cook that tonight. You're like, oh, now what? You know, so good old-fashioned standbys always have some extra hamburger or some extra. I'll do a whole video on that, actually. I'll put us together a pantry staple. I did get a request for an Ask Your Ma on kitchen staples overall, so I am building that video as well, building that list of, you know, if you're starting out, what do you really need in there, and what do you wish you had? All right, awesome possum sauce. All right, so meatballs are made. I'm gonna wash my hands and then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, so hands are washed. Feeling much better about that now. All right, and you can see we've got like 9 little guys in there. They are about 2 inches across. Now what the next thing we're going to do is, we've already put the 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire in there inside the can. I'm just going to stir that up real good. Yeah, smells good. I love Worcestershire. It's one of my favorites. If you watch the Yum Yums recipe, you'll know Worcestershire is delicious. And then I'm just going to put a little sauce on top of each meatball. Sorry. I'm gonna waste that. Get out all the bits that I can. And then this also is going to go in the oven, like I said, 350, 40-ish minutes. 40 to 40, yeah, I would say 40 minutes just to be safe. But you can start checking it around 30 and just see if it's nice and bubbly and the meat looks done. We're ready to go. All right, so Magic of Television, I'm going to cover this, throw it in the oven, and I'll come back to you when we're ready to plate. I'm going to make rice in the rice cooker, and I'm going to heat up the spinach as well. So see you on the other side. Let's go cooking. And there you have it, a real life meal cooked in a real life kitchen by someone whose hubby just walked in the door. So we know it's time to eat. Right, hubby?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more cozy, chaotic, and occasionally edible content. Don't forget to hang on for the Zen moment from our backyard coming up. And now it's our turn. Go eat. Go eat, even if you did just get it from DoorDash. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye.